Well, today's Monday. It's a new week. The kids went back to school today after spring break. We had a beautiful, amazing spring break. It was like 80s all week. It was so amazing. And now today, you guys, look at this. It's snowing. I'm laughing because this is just crazy, but you know, it's Wisconsin. So when you live in Wisconsin, you just know that this is the weather. I mean, it could be 80 one day and it could be snowing the next. So I am okay with this today because it's not going to stick around. And it also gives me time to work inside on the computer. I hate working on the computer if it's nice and sunny out, but I have a lot of computer work to do, so this day couldn't have come at a better time. But it is hard to imagine that just the other day we had a big water bounce house slide up right here. The kids were playing with the hose here, and everyone was riding on the paths and having a ball. I mean, we even got a load of garden soil brought in. I was like, yeah, let's get the season going. And then today, it's only 29 degrees right now. That's freezing. The wind feels even more cold. Oh my gosh, I am so freezing. Let's go in. I am so grateful for the greenhouse. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, if you are in a climate where it's constantly cold for a long period of the year, a greenhouse keeps your sanity. Especially in April, after an 80-degree week of weather, and then all of a sudden today it's 29, wind chill even colder, and it's snowing. I mean, so yeah, I feel completely grateful, filled with gratitude today because of the greenhouse keeping my sanity. But yeah, so I'm just out in the greenhouse today. I'm gonna get cozy in here. Since that warm week, everything doubled in size. Everything is rooted, and I believe that everything is ready to get rolling into some of your hands if you're interested. So today, what I'm working on is I'm writing down every single variety we have here, and get those up on the website. And then tomorrow I'm doing photos. I was supposed to do this already last week, but with the kids home on break, it was warm weather, so it was really hard to focus on anything other than making sure the kids had an amazing break. No matter what, my kids always come first. So even if I have a ton of work, and even if I'm on a deadline, like, the kids come first. And with it being so nice out last week, it was just like, I wanted to enjoy that moment. The kids are not gonna be the age that they are forever. So it is really important for me to spend this quality time with them and to be there for them and to just enjoy those moments. And you know what? I don't regret it. So what? Our store is a week behind the schedule that we had. For me, it was so worth it, and it's still early enough to get these plants into your hands. And like I said, it's snowing now, so it's not like you can really plant them outside if you live in the Midwest. If you live somewhere warmer, you can plant them right into your garden, obviously. But, we really can't plant a lot of things in our garden until at least the second or third week of May. And most of the time, I wait until the third week of May. Your plants aren't going to be any further ahead or behind planting them any earlier because we get a lot of cool nights. And you just don't know. Like I said, we live in Wisconsin. When you live here, it's just like you just have this knowing that today could be 80 and tomorrow could be 30 and snowing. So hopefully by then we're clear of it. And usually we are. But I always say you're the most safest by Memorial Day weekend. Even though I get things into the soil before then a lot of times, but like right now is fine for cold crops. Like, I should already have my peas in, lettuce, beets, radishes, all of those good things can really be going in right now, and that's why we got a load of our garden soil. And look who's back in the greenhouse. These little ones were outside all last week. And then last night, when it dropped in temperature and it started snowing, I'm like, I am not leaving my little bunnies out there. Like, bunnies could handle it. They had an enclosed, they have an enclosed house like this, only even taller out there. And they can keep each other warm because it's enclosed, but I just didn't feel good about that. Like, and I just want them to be where it's warm, where I don't have to worry about them at all. They can still run around in here. Hi, Prancer. How are you, my little sweetheart? But yeah, they're protected and warm. I don't have to worry about them shivering. So it was like 10 o'clock at night. I said to Jason, I'm like, I have to go get those guys. I do not feel good about leaving them outside. So we brought them in, and they've obviously been making themselves at home, and it looks like they lost their habit of using their litter box. They are turning into wild animals just from being outside for a week. They went crazy up in here. So I will be cleaning that up. You guys all know I'm very particular and like to keep it clean. So I'll be doing that too. But we're gonna make our list of all of our plants today, get that going. So yeah, it'll be a really nice day in here today, nice and warm, and then I'll go into the house and get some of that work done as well. And but yeah, everything's looking good, and it's really rooting really good. So a couple of the caladiums are popping just barely, but that warm week was a perfect little boost for them. I don't know if you guys remember these in our video from early on in the winter, but these banana trees came in with really only like one leaf on them, and they've really performed so amazing. And we were kind of wondering, like, are they going to be big enough this spring to put in containers? But absolutely, they will be ready. They will be big enough. They're at least 3.5 to almost 4 feet now. At least this one is right here. So they're gonna be really awesome. They're performing really well. This is the blood banana tree that we've always had in the past. And it looks like everything needs a little bit of water. Everything's dry. I've been really light on the watering because Saturday and yesterday were pretty cloudy. So when you're getting cloudy days, you do not want to overwater. So today everything's gonna get just a fine grazing. Even though they are drier, they're gonna get a fine grazing rather than a huge soak, because I don't want them to sit in any water. And that's when a lot of things can become overwatered. So watering is one of the most trickiest things to do when you are growing indoors. And when it's sunny out, I always just water through till the water's dripping right through, because we've got the fans on, the doors open. But on days like this, the doors are closed. We have the fans on, but we keep them on low so it doesn't get too cool and we don't lose all that humidity. Humidity really helps these guys grow a lot nicer. And then we just lightly water. So that's just basically going over the surface once, not, 2 to 3 times until it soaks. All right, I'm gonna trek it back into the house and get some work done on the computer. All the snow. Look, we didn't even get any garden cleanups done this weekend either. Look at this, so beautiful. And they smell so good. Don't let the snow fool you. Spring is here. Hope in the garden. And we got our striped iris coming up there too. Get my hot water going so I can get some tea. I actually might do some cacao. Yeah, that sounds better. Well, now I can enjoy a little cacao while I'm doing a little bit of computer work. And I also want to show you guys something that I did actually get done over the week. And that is, I got more trees cut. So we did more of the hybrid willows. So I did this for one of my friends. She just moved into a new farmhouse on a property and she wants some privacy around like a road area. So these ones are all for her. Sandy, these are for you. I know you might be watching. So we got those ones for Sandy, and then we did some of the corkscrew willows. These are the hybrids. So as you can tell, they already have started rooting and they've only been here for not even 7 days. So I think just with the sun and the heat coming in through the window over this week has really helped them come into, you know, becoming a plant, becoming a tree. And so we've got those there. And then, don't mind this room, this is where we live. We actually live in here. So there's gonna be blankets and pillows, not, you know, perfect, whatever. But so anyways, these are some more that I cut over here. We're really trying to add privacy to those berms this year, you guys. So we have 25 6-foot pines coming in real soon. So we'll share once those come in and the planting of those on the berms, because finally the berms are going to become what they're supposed to be. So once you cut these, they do start seeding out a lot. We may even lose some of the leaves, but do not worry if you do take cuttings of your hybrid willows or your corkscrew willows. That is a very natural thing to happen. And then as you can see, these ones over here are also rooting. So every day I have to fill it up to the brim with water. I just filled these up last night, and as you can see, they've already sucked a lot of the water. It really absorbed it in through the roots. And these ones were larger cuts. So we did make a lot of cuts because we wanted to make sure that there wasn't any branches growing where the arborvitaes were growing, because we did not want our hybrid willows to shade out our arborvitaes. So that's where a lot of these bigger branches come from. So while they are rooting, they actually look super cute on our table here. So we're just enjoying them. And then they also look so cute in that window. But I am gonna add more of my shells here because I grabbed a few of these cute little succulent chick charms over here. Got a lot of different colors. So I want to get these potted up soon too. I just been adding water into here. It drains out the water, but that way the roots at least stay nice and wet. I'll show you. But as you can see, as long as the roots are nice and wet, they'll hold out until we get them planted. That's what's so nice about these, is they are so forgiving. And they're so easy because you don't really need to water them that much. And then also on some of our weekend finds here, we found some other really fun druzy quartz pieces again in the field. They are just so sparkly and just absolutely fantastic and amazing and beautiful, and they just feel so good when you're holding them because they smell like soil. They smell like the earth. I'll like look at them and stare at them, but then also I smell them. I know that's weird, but come on, we got snow outside. I can't be outside smelling the soil. So, you know, this is my next fix. It's the little things. It's the little things you got to enjoy in life, right? The smell of soil. It's like, it's just so grounding. I know I can be like a complete weirdo sometimes, so I am so grateful that you guys are very patient with me, and but I can't hide that part of me. That is just who I am. That's who I've always been, and it's just, you know, it's just unleashed even more as I get older. So this is basically what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, at least until pickup for the kids, and I'm going to try and get as much as I can done. And this is exciting, but also a little bit scary, because once these items are up there, we can go live with the store, and we will come live on YouTube and publish it live while we are live on YouTube with all of you. So you guys will know right when it when it happens, because you'll probably get your notification if you have that bell clicked, that we are live at that time, and that will tell you that yes, it is live, and you can, check it out, see which, plants you want, like, or if you're just like curious and you're like, let me see. It's nothing crazy big. Like I said, we're just kind of seeing what happens with it. And this is something that I've really aspired to do since we started here online. This was a dream I had before we ever started online. And I just am really nervous because it's finally happening. And we said in 5 years we'd want to have the store going, and it's been 7. So that's just saying that not everything happens when you need it to happen or want it to happen. Life takes you on these little journeys and curves, twists and turns, and you don't know, what tomorrow is going to bring or look like. So, don't always put so much pressure on yourself and with, what you want to create and what you want to happen and make out of life. Because life a lot of times has its own plan and you just got to roll with it. All you can do is keep going and stay positive and love hard, love those around you, and love what you do. And even if it gets tedious, because a lot of times, even though you're doing what you love, it can feel tedious because work is still work. But I just am grateful that I can work on my own time and make my own hours, but you still have to work and set those hours. So it's not like, a few hours a week here and there, it's like every day, just like anyone else going to 9 to 5, you want to make sure you get those hours in. But I like to start at 7, and then that way I'm done by like 2:30 for pickup for the girls. Because once the girls are home, I like to put my work down and just focus. We can do their homework or whatever else, make sure they get some good food, nutrients, and they're in a good mood. Because when they're not in a good mood, then mama's not in a good mood. And if mama's not in a good mood, no one's in a good mood. So that's just how negativity can spread, and, however mama feels that day is how the rest of the household feels that day. So I always try to keep a positive attitude, positive outlook, and by setting your day and filling your day with purpose is definitely something that is needed for everyone. So no matter what's going on around us or what we're reading or listening to, we still have to fill our day with purpose, and whatever that looks like for you is whatever that looks like for you. But for me, it's really just number 1, being mom, and number 2, sharing and showing and helping and healing and all of that. Just really creating a positive impact in the world that is around me. That's my world. So, and I hope you guys do the same, because I feel like that could catch on like wildfire, and it could really create a positive impact in everyone's surroundings. And I think that's what's really needed today. So thank you so much for watching today, you guys. I better get to work, and I could talk all day, even though no one's talking back to me, but I feel like, hey, someone's actually listening to me. Like, this is the only place people listen to me. So, but yeah, so thank you so much for listening to me and for watching today. So we'll see you guys next time.